Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the NC State Wolfpack taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the returner will be dragged down. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll ride the hot hand. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. They'll try the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Snags it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And the Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Sticks it in his belly. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles! There's nothing like seeing the hardest working guy on the offense get in for 6.
The big physical guy that blocks 99% of the time. You don't give him the ball very often. Reward the big fella for blocking his tail off. Gotta like that.
And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Law. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He lets it fly. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Tackled immediately after the catch. NC State quick to the line. down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. He looks that one in nicely. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get laddered up.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinator seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive, and I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Would have just been a 49-yard field goal try, but they're hungry for touchdown, so they'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to
just steamrolling his way through. And the Noles want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right on target this time. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time,
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They're going to run it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're not afraid to let one fly from back here. Got his man on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. He unleashes a long one. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Going to the running game. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside.
And he makes the catch inside the 25. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
He'll get rid of it. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
And, guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Dances away again. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Line getting set on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Keeps it on the bootleg. Throws to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, NC State.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Give to the running back. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, North Carolina State. The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 2 to Louisiana. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
The give to the tailback. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. It's complete on the right side. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Florida State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Takes the easy completion. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He'll pull it on the read. Powers through the defender. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just could bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. He finds his man. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Law. Tackle is made after the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He wants to throw it again. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. after the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's long. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. On third down, he drops to throw. Flips it out to the back.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. I'm sure these guys on offense dreamed of this situation. Big stage, time winding down, desperately needing a score. Well, now they can make those dreams reality. Finds a tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. He's looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Using the quick game. And that's a live ball. And he'll get the ball back. Otherwise, it would have been lights out. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Man, did they.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call.
The one, boys. Here we go.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
That last completion has him set up, second and short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's back to throw on second down. Touchdown Seminoles! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it, and get that clock running. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll throw it on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team. We want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part and the meat of this schedule now is coming up. You play